Hey guys, it's William with another video for Play-agricola.com and twitch.tv/play_agricola. And an EIK WF France deck 4 with Turambar, Elzikar, and Chess Chiefy. Looking at this first draft, the best two cards are Bargaining Baker and Raiding Maniac. So I kind of have to decide which do I want to take first. Bargaining Baker, of course, is great for getting your feeding going. Raiding Maniac is a great way of playing occupations. I'm not that sold on the rest of my occupations, so I think I take what I'm gonna get back here. So I think probably I take Bargaining Baker, and like maybe I get Clay Worker back, and Clay Worker Bargaining Baker is alright. Because probably the 4 cards to go are Bargaining Baker, Raiding Maniac, Storehouse Minder, Forest Farmer. And then I get Clay Worker back. Maybe Shepherd Boy gets taken. Okay, well I see Fencing Master, so I kind of regret my decision already. Because Fencing Master with Raiding Maniac would be quite nice. Land Agent's pretty good. Hill Farmer's pretty good. I think though I'm going to take Fencing Master. So Hill Farmer, Seed Seller, Humble Farm Boy, Land Agent should all get taken. Okay, so we got Plow Driver, so that's a pretty good combination with it goes with the um, Shepherd Boy. Sycophant is a counter to the Seed Seller. But I'm thinking Trailblazer or Beekeeper. Probably Trailblazer. With Bargaining Baker, I want to get Clay Oven. Build the clay oven, so baking will be pretty good. So going on sew and bake should be a pretty good action for me. And this pick, probably Good Friend. I think Good Friend is a little bit better than Woodcutter. If I knew I was going to get like Brushwood Roof or something like that, then it would be better for me to take Woodcutter. But in the absence of of a miner like that, then I think Good Friend is fine. I'm keeping an eye on Twitch chat. If you guys want to ask any questions or make any comments, please feel free to comment in there. Okay. Looking at this pick, I think Storehouse Minder is pretty good, but it puts a lot of pressure on me to get occupation a lot early because I probably want to play Fencing Master round 1, Good Friend round 2, and then Bargaining Baker round 3 or 4. So I think instead what I'm going to do is take a late game occupation, which is Organic Farmer. So if I can do a good fencing, but my animal points are not, like if I fence 4 pastures, then if I build 1 stable, I should be able to get 3 bonus points from Organic Farmer. If my animal points are not that strong. Or if I could get other ways of holding animals. Excuse me, like forest pasture. So this pick, well, I think I probably gotta take Humble Farm Boy. Although Fieldsman with Trailblazer is quite nice. Um, hmm. Humble Farm Boy is a way better card. Stable Hand with Organic Farmer is okay. Fieldsman with Trailblazer is a good combo, but Humble Farm Boy is just the best card by quite a margin. And this pick, well, I'm not going to want to go on the grain action space all that many times. So I think I'm going to take Gardening Enthusiast here. Gives me something to bake or sow. Well, with Humble Farm Boy, Madonna's statue is pretty excellent, but the pick is easily forest pasture because of what it'll allow me to do with my organic farmer. If Madonna's statue could come back, then I'd definitely look at playing Humble Farm Boy. I like Bakehouse with Bargaining Baker, but it doesn't give you a discount on the stone. So I think what I'd rather do here is take Punter. Because I do see the crooked plow there, so it's going to be at least 1 wood for a field, and maybe even better than that. Okay. Well, there's another plow, ground pickaxe plow, so I'm gonna pass that along. Clay hut extension is good. Planter box is excellent. Clay pit is good. I think I'm gonna go with the clay hut extension just because it's a passing miner and it kind of goes well with the humble farm boy bonus. Yeah, it looks okay to me. Planter box is quite good with Trailblazer. I think clay hut extension is just a little bit better though. Because planter box is really great when you only want to sow once or twice usually. And I'm going to want to sow multiple times because each time I sow it's going to give me a plow action as well. It's going to be sow bait plow. Which is handy. This pick is interesting because Grotto with Clay Hut Extension is pretty good because you can buy the resources to run out to Clay early. The only thing is I don't really have a way of getting food early, so I think I gotta pass on Grotto. Landing Net is always a great card. Going on Reedstone Food a lot is usually a good play. However, with Humble Farm Boy and with all of those occupations, I think the pick is Sunday School. And then this pick is definitely Madonna's statue. So I can turn my punter and one other miner that I play into 2 points and reduce my played card count. And this pick, well, I'll take the crooked plow. If Chess Chiefy didn't take it first time around, I think it's unlikely he'll take it the second time around. Oh man, and Ground Pickaxe Plow is here too. Okay, well maybe I just take these two plows and I skip out on Trailblazer. Yeah, maybe I skip out on Punter and Trailblazer and just use these two plows, and then I can Madonna statue the two plows away. Because Turambar obviously saw the punter and then decided he's not playing any plows himself. I am a little surprised that Elzakar and Cheschifi did that as well, though, considering they did not see the punter. I mean, if I don't play Trailblazer, then that's another card that I don't play for my humble farm boy, so I think it's not terrible. And getting plows are good anyways. Plows are generally good cards, so getting them with late actions in the draft I'm happy with. Sure, it makes my punter a little worse, but it just won't play it. That's fine. Okay. So turn bar starts out on Reedstone Food, so I get occupation round 1, and I am very happy with that because I can play my fencing master. And then maybe second action is start player Sunday school. If I don't have anything else that's good to do. Because if I start player Sunday school, then I can grab 2 read with my first move, and then play Humble Farm Boy plus Good Friend, or Humble Farm Boy plus Bargaining Baker. Probably Good Friend. Oh, Patron. So Elzakar, first pick Patron, second pick Raiding Maniac. So he's going to have a strong game. All those free occupations. So I could go for 2 clay in the first fireplace, but I think I like this a little bit better. And actually, I won't do 2 read. I'll do Reedstone Food because the food is worth it. Don't know what term. Oh, he's talking about sometimes if my farm doesn't update. I think if the game forgets that all the other players have actions left and you put all your people on the board, then it's a problem. I think that's what he's talking about. Alzakar takes 1 read. So my guess is that's for his landing net. So it's too bad that he'll probably play landing net before Good Friend is played, unfortunately. I guess I could play Good Friend first action here, and then Bargaining Baker, Humble Farm Boy together. Yeah, I could do that. So I think there's a pretty good chance Alcazar will second action start player landing net. So I'll get a read income at that point. And oh, he's playing Forest Farmer. Was Forest Farmer in my first pack? Did he take... Which pack was Forest Farmer in? I don't remember. But if he took Forest Farmer over Writing Maniac, that would be really shocking. There's the landing net. So I get a read from my good friend. Yeah, that one read action just telegraphed that play so much. And I think playing good friend to get the read from the good friend was worth it. Because the only other read costing improvement I think I saw was Basket, which is probably not going to be played. And getting the read from good friend can be really nice. Just So I end round 2 with 4 wood, 1 reed, 7 wood, and 4 plate occupations. This is an excellent start. Of course I have no food, but all I need to do is take 3 clay and build the clay oven. So I don't remember how Good Friend plus Well Builder interacts. I think I get a resource from it, but I don't remember. Actually, yeah, I know how it works. I get it. Well, 4 wood is pretty good, but I like 4 clay here because then I can second action start play or build the first fireplace. Although what might happen is just Chiefy start player as well, and then builds the first fireplace next round. But I think then I have a pretty reasonable shot at getting one of the 4 food actions. There it is. So just as long as turn bar does not take a food action here, I either get 4 food or major minor, which is fine. Okay, so it's a little more complicated now. I probably need to take the 3 food traveling players because otherwise turn bar can force me to beg. So if I get Reedstone food next round, it's not such a big deal anyways, because turn bar will probably take 6 wood. I think Chest Chiefy does fireplace, turn bar 6 wood, and then I'll get Reedstone food, which is fine. Oh, very interesting. Not what I was expecting at all. So I can grab that first. You know what I can do? I can grab the well. Oh, Writing Maniac got all the way to Turambar. What the heck? Oof, this is weird. So I'll play the 2 clay fireplace, and then I can grab sheep because then I can do a fence action and get breeding pair of sheep in the next round, next harvest. And I can maybe first grow with clay hut extension depending on how stuff works out. Really surprised that the first pick patron did not take Writing Maniac. That's very, very confusing to me. So I build that first fireplace and get a grain. And then second action is probably to take sheep. If Reedstone food is available, I'll be greedy and take Reedstone food. But probably just gotta take sheep. Yeah, it was unlikely that I was getting Reedstone food. That was very optimistic of me. So I expect Turambar builds a room. Oh, Chess Chiefy start players chocolate. Okay. Probably looking at Reedstone Food or to Reed himself next round. Turambar not needing to build a room, so he's in a great position being able to build the first room round 5. Very strong. So since it's very likely I'm going to need to do another sheep action round 7, if I can do a fence move before that, then I'm going to be able to have a breeding pair of sheep this early in the game, which is quite nice. I also do want to make sure that I get the clay oven. I don't think it's all that likely that someone will deny it of me, but it is possible. Alright, Alcazar has the resources to build a room now, so that's actually good for me because it forces Turambar to first action build room, so then I'm going to get a better action. So I'll get like 5 clay. 5 clay actually would be perfect for me, and I would think about skipping building a wood room and just building a clay room. Or clay hut extension building first. So I could have done 2 reed as well, but I think this 5 clay is pretty perfect because being able to reno, build clay oven, and then start player clay hut extension at some point will be quite a powerful sequence. Luck is our plan. Start player Sunday school. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. If family growth comes around 6, then it works out pretty nicely for him because then his only action he would have wanted to do build a room anyways. So I think I'm hoping family growth comes around 7 because then I have a reasonable shot at getting it round 8, getting it second round 8. Just Chiefy playing childcare worker, so his feeding is kind of nicely sorted. Turn bar, I expect to take 3 wood here. Don't think he's doing 4 clay. And then I'll take 2 reed. Oh, interesting. He did do the reed. So I can do 4 clay or 3 wood. I think I do 4 clay because it just makes sure that nobody else can do clay oven or clay oven. Yeah, and then yeah, and I'll go for a clay room rather than a wood room. And Elzakar's moves are kind of forced, so I should be able to get a good wood action with my first move next round. So before the next round, before the next harvest, stuff I want to get done. I want to go on Reedstone Food because I need to get a reed from to play Clay Hut Extension with. I want to Reno play Clay Oven, and I want to fence and take sheep. So are those my 4 moves there? I guess I don't need defense before I take sheep. It would just be handy if I could. The other thing is if I take wood, maybe I can fence a little later and fence all at once. Because if I take 4 wood here, then that plus my 7 from Fencing Master is would be in a pretty good spot. So let's see what this round 6 card is. I see that Alcazar built a room, so I assume it's family growth. Yep, it's family growth. So Renault's round 7. So I could do 4 wood fence, Renault, sheep. Yeah, I would like to get on Reedstone Food at some point. So is it possible for me to jump and get family growth around 7? Probably no, it's definitely not. What I'm looking at now is can I jump and get family growth around 8? So that would mean my moves have to be Reedstone Food and Reno next round, and then start player as well. So 3 of my moves would be forced. So I have 1 free move here. I could use that to take wood. Or use it to take sheep, because I do need well... Okay, Chess Chiefy did start player here. So probably he's looking at first action build room. Hmm. Nice thing is he's gonna... I guess my 2 moves next round could be Reno Clay Oven and then clay hut extension. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it anyways, so maybe earlier rather than later is better. So if I do reedstone food with this move, and then my second action can be one of the 4 wood spaces. I think that'll work. So after playing Reno, clay hut extension, and clay oven, that's 9 total clay. So I'd be left with 2. So to build another clay room, I would need another clay action. So both the best wood moves are gone. So I could just fence here. The problem is if I do fence, then Turambar gets 6 wood again. And that's a problem. So yeah, I guess I probably 3 wood here is fine. So seeing Chess Chiefy build a stable there, my guess is he might have Remodeler. He also might have the storage shed, but I think Remodeler is more likely. But maybe he just felt like building a stable. Maybe he's done his wood calculations and he can afford it. So I reno, build the clay oven, bake the grain that I get from bargaining baker, and save a stone. So my second action is start player clay hut extension, and if I can't do that, then fencing or 3 stone would be fine. Or 2 reed, or 4 clay, actually. I've got lots of stuff that would be reasonable. Nice, actually that's great, because I get to friend a wood. Alcazar just played wood cart, so I friend a wood, and now I can fence 15, which is really nice. So Chess Chiefy, remembering that Clay Hut extension is in the draft, is doing start player again. So that's fine. I just need to make sure I start player next round is all. So I think this move, I could do 3 stone, but I think I probably just fence so that I can hold, take the sheep next round. So now when I take the 4 sheep next round, I can hold them. I don't need to kill all of them. And I can grab potentially 2 boar when it's available. Get breeding pair cattle as soon as possible. So Turin Bar also has clay pit. Wow, quarry plus clay pit, and actually clay pit was in my third pile, so he got clay pit with his sixth pick. Yeah, so I think Elzakar and Chess Chiefy. Well, I mean, the cards that they took look good, but I mean, passing clay pit, it's pretty difficult. I don't know if I remembered Kakot at all, but yeah, if they passed him Kakot to then pass clay pit. I'm not so sure if that was the right move. John Barr might start player here, banking on the fact that I can't stable block. No, he's going to go on day labor, build the stone oven. That's too bad. I would have liked the stone oven. Maybe I need to build the pottery just to deny it from him. So I was thinking about doing start player here, but if I take 3 read, then I'm going to be able to build a room so that if turn bar does start player, then I can room block him instead of stable blocking him. Plus the 3 read is nice because it's enough for me to build Clayhead extension, build a room, and rent out to a stone house. So it's all the read I'm going to need for the rest of the game. And it denies Alcazar a little because Alcazar probably would have liked that 3 read action to do Basket Maker's Workshop, get 2 food from doing it, because then he would be threatening to build a room as well. So I expect Turin Barhat builds a room with this action. If he doesn't, I'll build a room. That'd be fine. I would get to grow next round. So when I family growth, I'll play forest pasture, and then my second move next round will probably be to take sheep or to take boar. So I finally get my family growth in, fourth. Unfortunately, clay hut extension did not allow me to jump at all. Oh, I get another wood from flail. So I expect Turumbar is going to build the pottery. No way he doesn't. Okay, Chess Chiefy took Stable Master. That is an unusual pick. So, 5 sheep or 2 boar. I think 5 sheep is the pretty easy pick here. I could have taken clay there so that I could do first action build room next round. But 5 sheep is 5 sheep. How can I pass that up? It's a lot of points. A lot of points, lots, a lot of food. So turn bar is doing start player here. So turn bar is going to grow next round, and then Alcazar probably will grow ahead of me in round 11. So I got some work to do. Ooh, turn bar playing Bakehouse here. I could probably build Stone Oven with my first move. Also, I get to friend a stone, which is nice. So yeah, I'll do that. And I only need 4 clay for, yeah. So that's quite nice, actually. Raises my point ceiling by another 3, which is good. And I get some nice food, which now I can eat 1 sheep. I'm in a good spot. I want to grab 2 boar next round. Probably want to build a room this round. I can still take wood so that I can play my plows. Or actually, if I'm going to build another room, I could just plow once with ground pickaxe plow. But then the issue is I don't have enough stuff to throw away with my Madonna statue. So we'll see. So my goal is round 12 I start player, ground pickaxe plow in order to get round 13 plow sow. And before that time I probably want to have played gardening enthusiast. So I'll grab 5 clay here. Actually, I could grab a plow. Plowing is good for me. And there are 2 clay actions that give me enough clay, so So yeah, my next move will be to take clay so that I can build a room in round 11 so that I can family growth around 12. So this move as planned is to take clay. I can always see if there's another plow out there and start player punter at some point, because then I could throw away punter and ground pickaxe plow from Madonna statue. I'm at 8 played cards right now, so maybe that's a point against playing Gardening Enthusiast because Alcazar is only at 7. Oh wow, he got Deck Collector too. Hmm. So I imagine his first pick was Deck Collector, and then, yeah. Darn. That's gonna be really strong. So what are my 3 moves here? I'm gonna eat a sheep, so my feeding is fine. So I'm gonna build a room. I'm gonna take 2 boar if possible. What would my third move be? It could be to take vegetable. It could be to plow a field. Probably take vegetable. Although if I'm gonna start player ground pickaxe plow, I'm gonna need to do it with one of my first moves. Okay, yeah, 2 boar here. I don't need to think complicated. Two boar, which will breed up to 5, which is 3 points. So it's a 5-point move there. I guess it's only a 4-point move, isn't it? So I'm going to need one more wood action to be able to double plow with ground pickaxe plow. I am running out of moves a little bit. Unfortunately, growing so late has been a bit of a problem for me. So if I think that Alcazar is starving a little, I could build a room here and maybe get family growth come back. But I think that's pretty unlikely. He's gonna have family growth here. So I can get vegetable with this next action, or I can take wood. Those are probably my 2 best moves. Elzakar playing Winter Deadwood but passing it along, so he's still only at 8 cards. So I can afford to play one more card and still not go above 8, because playing Ground Pickaxe Plow and then Madonna Statue keeps me at 8. But, oh, if he's actually, oh, he is paying the wood. Nice, okay. So he's at 9, same with Chess Chiefy. So I'll play Gardening Enthusiast with this next move. Works for me. I'm pretty sure Gardening Enthusiast is worth it because it gets me an extra grain, which I'm going to sow for an extra point. Even though I have to return it, I still gain a point. And it gets me an extra point in addition to the vegetable, I do have to return a vegetable. Oh, and turn bar just blocked the vegetable space. So there we go. Easy pick for me to do. So now I'm sitting at 9 played cards, so I can afford. I'm tied with Alcazar and Chess Chiefy, so I can afford to play my ground pickaxe plow, and then Madonna statue takes me back to 9. So I'm still in line for the humble farm boy bonus over Tumbar, who is my biggest opponent. Best case scenario, I get 2 boar with this, or 2 cattle with this first action. That would be really good. Um, yeah. So hopefully Tumbar did family growth without rooms. That's what I'm hoping. Although it's really good for him, so maybe I shouldn't hope for that. So I'll do 2 cattle. 2 cattle is good. It's another 4 point action, so that's good. Yeah, it's weird. My connection to the site seems to be the problem because I'm not dropping any frames. So I know my connection to the internet in general is okay. It's just that specifically loading these individual boards is taking forever every time. So I wonder if it's something to do with my browser, like if it's the problem with creating all the different windows every time. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to investigate it a little because yeah, it does take a really long time to load stuff on this computer, and it's not an internet problem like it is on my other computer. So my next move is a wood grab, I think. Chess Chiefy plays a 10th card. Okay. So I do a wood grab here. It's either a bunch of stuff for it's either 3 stables and organic farmer, or it's ground pickaxe plow fields. Although I would like to take stone because I want to renovate to a stone house and I have the reed to do it, so. Renovating is getting a little tight, and unfortunately Turambar has the debt collector, so it's a bit of a problem. Oh, Alcazar plays a 10th card as well. Alright. So I will get either start player, Plowso, or Plow with my first action next round. Although start player is not even enough because Turambar can go ahead of me. So hoping to get Plowso or Plow. Yeah, it's unlikely Turambar passes me Plowso. So I'm probably getting Plow and then hope to get So Bake later in the round. Although Alcazar might want to do that as well. So I'm hoping that Alcazar does So Bake here. All right. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, if I could get Stone and Reno, but probably the sequencing is not going to work out. Although, hopefully, I can use taking Stone to force Turnbar to pick between Reno and Plauceau. Oh, my net is struggling right now. But I'm still not dropping frames. It's really weird. Seems like all my connections to the site are dropped right now. So it looks like Turnbar did Plauceau. So I'm going to do Plow. So I guess I could have thought about Organic Farmer and building stables maybe um, to do in the last round. But I'm also thinking what I might end up doing is take Clay, take Reed, and build another room in stables. And then I could family growth Madonna statue for my last action of the game. Because three of us are tied at 10 right now. Not that it really matters, because I'm not competing with Alcazar and Cheschifi. I'm competing with Turambar. So if I can get start player, I wouldn't mind it. Because if I could get start player, then I can take stone, and then I can force Turambar to use his debt collector on one of those two things, but then I get the other. Because he's a couple moves away from being able to Reno. Okay, Turambar did start player, so I'll grab stone. So that I can get a Reno with my move next round. And if I get Reno Madonna statue, that's looking good. It is possible that turn bar's two moves will be Reno Reno, but I think that's unlikely that he'll be able to pull that off at this point. So I should get a Reno action. So one of these moves will be a sow, and then the other one will be, I don't know, two boar maybe. I also don't need to play Madonna statue if I already have the Humble Farm Boy bonus. Because it's a 1 point move, but it takes away my ability to eat animals. Because at the moment I'd return Fireplace and Ground Pickaxe Plow. I probably have better moves than 1 point moves. So if he's going to Reno, Chest Chief, he needs to do it here. Otherwise, I'm going to Reno. And I'll Reno do Crooked Plow is 1 point. Cooking Hearth upgrade is maybe, it's probably a point. Because then I can do a sow action with my last move. So he's renovating, okay. So I'll do, could take vegetable before I sow, but it's a little greedy, so I think I'll probably just sow. One thing that's making me unhappy is that there are too many good animal grabs here for Turambar. So that means my benefit from early fencing is going to be almost non-existent, which is too bad. Because he's going to be able to take two sheep, two boar here, which is unfortunate. So I sow 3 fields. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot to do here, so I could take a cattle, I could take a vegetable, I could build a stable. Maybe I take cattle just to deny it from Turambar. Maybe Turambar has Reno right to stone, and he's going to take one reed with, or he's going to play it with this action, and then he's going to take reed stone food and then Reno to stone for like 8 points. Possible, although probably unlikely. Maybe he decided to give up on renovating when he saw how contested it would be. Okay, so Turambar Renaud somehow. He must have taken one reed last round. And then his other action is plow sow. So my best move is to Renaud myself. So for the rest of this round, what do I want to do? So eating a sheep and a boar and a sheep and a cattle won't cost me any points. So that's 5 food. And I need 8 at the moment. I probably want to do a sow action so that I can have more stuff and then it doesn't hurt me so much to return my grain and vegetable um, to the gardener loan thing. Yeah, I think my analysis was a little off on the gardener loan because if I never sow the vegetable a second time, then I lose a point there. So I didn't actually gain anything from playing it, just lost the food. So I wasn't thinking clearly on that one. Looks like Alcazar plowed. So if I do a sow, if I sow a grain and then bake a grain, it's probably about as good as it gets for me for my second action. I could take wood and uh, and do stables and then play organic farmer. So if I do wood, stable, organic farmer, that's my 3 moves there. Then I can't afford to play Madonna statue. So I can only do that if the other players are also going to be at 11, which Alcazar is not at the moment. Yeah, actually they're both at 10, so I have to stay at 10 myself. I guess family growth is probably 3 points, so maybe I should just do that. I think it's possible that So Bake gets back to me. Yeah, it's possible. So not much left for me to do, so I think sow is my best action. Sow a grain and then bake a grain. So now I have 7 grains, so I don't lose any when I return one, but I do lose a point when I return my vegetable. And then I can eat a cattle and a sheep. And my last move will probably only be worth 1 point. It'll be to take vegetable or to build a stable. So yeah, I don't actually end up playing Madonna's statue. I guess that would be 1 point as well. And I could eat my animals before I play the statue. So yeah, no matter what, my last action's worth 1 point. Well, that's nice for Alcazar. Playing the clay hut extension. I forgot I had passed it to him. So I eat cattle, a sheep, and 4 food. So I return a vegetable and a grain, which cost me a point, but I breed that point back from boar. So I pretty much have my final score +3, which I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to win. Looks like Turnbar has 52. Yeah, I don't think I'm hitting 52. Might be an issue with my JavaScript, like the whatever. Like it's taking forever to load each time. If the rest of my internet's fine, it shouldn't be. Seems to be more of a problem the more images there are on the screen too, so I don't know. So I need everyone to stop updating their boards so that I can get my score. Looks like I tied turn bar at 52 as well. But I think it should be 52. So it looks like I tied turn bar for the win, which I'm pretty happy about considering how late I grew and that I think he got some help in the draft. Not that the other guys drafted terribly, but just like, I don't know, I think they missed some good combos. So yeah, 52 is a strong score. Um, Looks like I tie with turn bar for the win. Both of us at 52. Him not getting to stone is pretty huge. Um, Talking about how I got lucky. And even then, not all the windows are closing, which is crazy. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I'm not going to do an analysis or anything. The site's just loading way too slowly right now. So that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching. GG to the rest of the guys, and I'll see you next time.